How's it? Today's Friday, as you can see, big Friday. It's May 29th, and today was pretty good. Probably the best training session I've had since being home. Yeah, there's nothing else that I could really see, really like that sticks out in my mind that was better than today. Today I just did power snatch plus two hang snatches, a power clean plus hang clean plus power jerk, and then banded sumo deadlifts with a few accessories. The kind of program today was something very similar to Monday, plus something very similar to Wednesday, plus some sumo deadlifts. And the exercise was the same for Monday and Wednesday, but the reps were a little bit different. So the weight, let's say my quote unquote top weight from Monday, which is 165. I did 5 sets of that. So I did 5 top sets. And today, the kind of program was to be 3 top sets, but not necessarily at 165. If they felt good at 165, then I had the freedom to go up to whatever I thought would have been fine. So I went 165, 170, and then I did 175 twice. I know that's not 1 to 3 sets like it said on that note originally, but I didn't want to leave off with that first 175. It wasn't super great. I ended up failing on 170, so technically I did 5 power snatches at 165 or more, and that's kind of just about how much I did on Monday with just staying only at 165. So I did the same thing with the clean. So on Wednesday I did a power clean, hang clean, 5 of them at 210, and today I had 1 to 3 sets at around 210. So that meant if 210 was good, I could go up. If that was good, I could go up again. So here it is at my first working set of 165. I was feeling really good on these. I was taking that coaching cue of keeping more on my mid to forefoot when I go for the hang, and it improved my positioning quite a bit. So here's the fail. So I do 170 power snatch, and then I failed this here. I was a little too far forward, and I wasn't able to correct. I wasn't very happy with that, so I wanted to retake that. And then be more cognizant of where my foot pressure was here. There you go. I don't even move my feet on that one. And that one is pretty good as well. And so technically that's my third-ish working set, and then but I wrote that as a reattempt for my second. So here's 175 power snatch, 2 hangs. So one thing that is a little contradicting is me keeping mid-foot to forefoot while keeping my chest tall. Or at least in my head, I'm not quite able to meld those two together. So here's my last set. This is my best set for the power snatch and the first hang snatch for sure. Yeah, pretty good. So as I was mentioning, I wasn't able to kind of like fuse those two thoughts together because in order for me to keep my chest on top of the bar, that means my shoulders can't go over the bar. And in my head, when I stay on my midfoot to forefoot, then I push my shoulders over the bar. So that keeping chest up and midfoot is a little contradicting. I think I'll figure it out soon. Anyway, yeah, so that 175, that power snatch was probably the easiest 175 power snatch I've ever done. And honestly, I think I could have done 185 today, which would have been a PR from the floor for sure. And I think I've never done that from the hang either. But, some gains are to be made in the future, so we'll see what happens. So I'm into the power clean, hang clean, and then the power jerk here. More of the same thing where I keep my midfoot pressure. Just be more cognizant of that. I think one thing that's been helping with the snatch more than the clean, but it has also been helping with the clean from the floor. When I pack in my lats, it just feels like I have a much stronger connection to the bar and the way I extend and put power into the bar. And there's less excessive movement. And then here is 210, my first working set. No fails for the clean. So midfoot here, midfoot. So extension is much straighter. At least the bar path is much straighter. Extension doesn't necessarily need to be straight, but the bar path is much straighter. It was convenient that I was able to kind of line up the closet door here from the side angle. So here's 215, my second weight. Yeah, these aren't very challenging. They are tiring. I guess that's theoretically challenging, but there's no doubt in my mind that I would make these. And they all felt pretty good. My top set here. Pretty smooth. Pretty powerful. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. So then I moved into my banded sumo deadlifts. Today was up to 295 for one set of 8, and then some down sets of 6 at 265. This 295 set was not easy. The way it was moving, and I didn't think I was going to miss any, but I thought that my technique started to fall apart a little bit. We'll see. This is kind of the first time I really am watching the video. The video is too long to watch in the training session. So yeah, I'm experiencing a little bit of rounding here in my lower back. Oh, I was able to correct a little bit at least. I've been trying to still have a lot of speed through the lockout, but it just doesn't seem feasible at this high intensity for now. For now is the key word right here. So yeah, that was basically a 1-minute set just to do 8 reps. And then I moved into my down sets. These felt a lot easier, obviously, but they still took a toll on me, and I was still very, very tired towards the end of each set. So that set, the rubber band was not super centered. It was kind of heavier on my left than it was on my right. I tried my best to fix that for the coming sets. I think this one was a little heavier on my right than on my left, and then I think the third set was a little bit better. I remember last week before I switched into the deadlifts, my hip and kind of my whole right leg felt a little tingly. That didn't happen today, so not sure if good sign or bad sign or if nothing. I'm kind of leaning towards just it didn't really mean anything last week, and it also didn't mean anything this week. Yep. So that was my last sumo deadlift, and then I moved into some high rep pull ups, just like 40 total, with my wrist or sorry my straps. So I'm not quite focusing too much on my shoulders. Um, yeah, not much else to say about that. And then I went into some good mornings. This week I did 90 pounds instead of 95 because I've been saying 95 has been too heavy for a while. So hopefully 95 will be able to be there for good reps for 3 sets of 10 in the near future. I'm pretty happy with how these felt. These were definitely easier than 95. I didn't think that 5 pound difference would matter, but it did. And yeah, I'll stay at 90 for a little bit longer, maybe 2 more days. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.